Today we're talking about the last season of Kipo and the Age of the Wonderbeasts, so let's get started. Kipo and her friends search for the ruthless Dr. Amelia, the human scientist bent on returning the mutes back to simple animals. Welcome back everybody to my channel. My name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys do too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click that notification for more up and coming videos. Kipo and the Age of the Wonderbeasts is finally back for another season. I don't know why I said finally, because we got 3 seasons in 1 year. Back in January and I think June we got the 2nd season, and it's only October and we got a 3rd season of this animated series from Dreamworks. If I made a list at the end of the year as one of the most surprising shows on Netflix, it would be Kipo and the Age of the Wonderbeasts. The first season I thought was really good, teasing a lot of these big beasts and Kipo and her searching for her father. And then the 2nd season just had so many reveals for the characters and Kipo, and I thought it was really unique in the twists I did not see coming, and added such a new layer to the series and moving the story forward. This review will have spoilers for the 1st and 2nd season, so if you guys have not seen those first 2 seasons, I would highly recommend checking this series out. So Kipo's looking for her mother and her father, and we learned that this doctor, the scientist, had turned Kipo's mother into a giant monkey and was controlling her mind. And Kipo can also turn into a giant jaguar. And so this doctor wants to turn these mutes, these animals that can talk, back to simple animals and return to a simple world where they were just animals and they couldn't talk. And Kipo wants to prevent that because a lot of her friends are animals. And so this 3rd season is the battle between Dr. Amelia and Kipo and her friends, and stopping Dr. Amelia from turning all her friends and all the animals back to just simple, non-talking animals. And this really feels like the end of this series. The big battle between the two is something that takes place over all 10 episodes. You can tell they're really building up to something really big at the end, creating alliances, trying to persuade Dr. Amelia as well. This really feels like it's the end, and it's really building off that 2nd season with Kipo's mother and her father and all her friends. And when you look at the overall series, 1st season, 2nd season, and 3rd season, it ends in a perfect way. It ends just how I want it to for these characters. If you go back to the 1st season, episode 1, it's really building up to that 3rd season all the way to the last episode. So I really like how this show is structured, and I didn't mind getting all 3 seasons in 1 year because I was so satisfied with how it ended. Kipo is such a cool character. She has shown throughout all 3 seasons that she's very independent, but she also relies on her friends. She is a unique character. I think someone that young children could learn something from. She always tries to see the best in people and help her friends out as well. There's been a lot of development for her throughout these 3 seasons, and the 3rd season's not afraid to show her emotions and really break that character down and make her very vulnerable. So I really love the progression of the character. The development is really good. The animation still is very magnificent. I love how the colors feel very bright, but also dark at times as well. And I love the characters that we got back from season 1 and season 2. And we also get introduction to new characters. And some of these new characters sing some songs that are actually very catchy. Season 2 had the most reveals. There wasn't a lot of shocking moments in season 3. Season 2 by far I think is the best season, but season 3 allowed to play off those twists and really explain them and have different conflicts between Kipo and Charlemagne and her mother and her father and Dr. Amelia, and trying to understand her place in the world. But Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts, the 3rd season, felt like the conclusion and did it in a fitting way for the characters. I loved the relationships that were set up, exploring past characters a little more and really digging deep to some of these characters and their emotions and what it meant to save these mutes so they didn't become simple animals. And we did get some emotional moments for that and really saw what Dr. Amelia's plans were and how it would affect those mutes and affect everybody around them as well. And you really saw the urgency for Kipo and her friends to stop Dr. Amelia. I thought the third season was really well done. Not as good as the second season, but it's a good way to end the series. And this is one of the biggest surprises of this year. I've been impressed with how they were able to push 3 seasons out in 1 year and still make it really, really good. And this is one of the biggest surprises of this year. I love the animation, the characters, the world, the story. All of it is very unique. And there's a lot of times I just did not expect certain sequences or certain story elements and reveals to come forth. And it did, and it really impressed me. This is a really good DreamWorks animated series. Better than most, half of the DreamWorks movies that we get. So definitely check out, if you guys have not seen Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts, I would recommend binging all 3 seasons, probably about 30 episodes, but they're only about 23 minutes long, so it wouldn't take that long to do, but it's something worth your time. I'm gonna go ahead and give Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts, the 3rd season, an A-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts. I'm sad that I won't get to talk about it anymore, but it's a really good show, and I probably would watch it at another point sometime. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.